The signs of instant gratification. Your brain is being trained right now. As you're watching this, a part of your brain is calculating whether to keep paying attention or switch to something easier. Scroll, click, tap. That calculation is happening thousands of times a day, quietly shaping what you focus on, what you avoid, and ultimately who you become. And if you've ever felt like you can't stay focused, can't stay consistent, can't control yourself, it's not because you're lazy. It's because your brain has been trained to choose easy over meaningful. Even thousands of years ago, philosophers warned about this. Marcus Aurelius wrote that a man who cannot control his desires becomes a slave to them. Not a physical slave, a mental one. And today, that warning isn't just relevant, it's reality. Because modern life is designed to control you. Dopamine isn't pleasure, it's anticipation. That's not weakness. That's survival programming from a time when conserving energy meant staying alive. But now that same brain is living in a world where rewards are unlimited, cheap, instant, effortless. And that's where everything breaks. There's something happening inside your brain every time you scroll. A chemical called dopamine. But dopamine isn't pleasure, it's anticipation. It's the feeling of what if the next thing is better. That's why scrolling feels addictive. Because every swipe might reward you. Your brain keeps pushing you forward again and again, chasing possibility instead of satisfaction. Think about it. You pick up your phone for 1 second, and suddenly it's been 20 minutes, then an hour. Not because you enjoyed it, but because your brain got stuck in a loop of searching. Not fulfillment, just chasing. Now here's where it gets serious. The more easy dopamine you consume, the more your brain adapts. This is called downregulation. Your dopamine receptors literally decrease in sensitivity, like turning down the volume on satisfaction. Now you need more stimulation just to feel normal. A book feels boring. The gym feels exhausting. Your goals feel overwhelming. Not because you lost discipline, but because your brain has been recalibrated to expect instant rewards. It's the same pattern seen in addiction. You need more to feel the same. And anything that requires effort starts to feel like pain. That's why people who spend hours scrolling often feel the most unmotivated. Their brains have been trained to expect constant, effortless rewards. So real effort feels unnatural. And here's the part most people don't realize. This isn't random. Your environment is engineered this way. Every app, every notification, every piece of content is designed by teams who understand your brain better than you do. They know what keeps you hooked, what keeps you coming back, what keeps you distracted, because your attention is the product. So when you struggle to focus, you're not just fighting yourself. You're fighting algorithms, psychology, and billion-dollar systems built to capture your time. And most people don't even realize it. Pleasure versus satisfaction. There's a difference that most people never understand. Pleasure and satisfaction. Pleasure is instant, easy, and temporary. Scrolling, junk food, notifications. Satisfaction is slower, harder, but lasting. Finishing something, building something, improving yourself. Modern life floods you with pleasure, but starves you of satisfaction. So you spend your whole day entertained, but empty. You wake up, check your phone, scroll through content. You try to work, but get distracted. You try to focus, but your brain pulls you away. Then at the end of the day, you feel like you did nothing, even though you were busy the entire time. That's the trap, so how do you fix it? You don't fight your brain, you retrain it. This is where a dopamine reset comes in. Not removing dopamine, but removing artificial overstimulation. Think of your brain like a dimmer switch. Right now it's maxed out, so normal life feels dull. When you remove easy dopamine, your brain starts recalibrating. Your receptors become sensitive again. And suddenly, things that felt boring start to feel engaging again. Reading, working, focusing. You're not becoming someone new. You're returning to baseline. But this is where most people fail. The beginning. Discipline changes your identity. If you actually want to change this, start simple. Identify your biggest source of instant gratification. For most people, it's their phone. Then remove it temporarily. 3 days minimum. 7 days is powerful. 14 days is transformative. But here's the key. You don't just remove, you replace. Because your brain needs something to attach to. So instead of scrolling, you read. Instead of noise, you think. Instead of distraction, you work. At first, it feels boring. That's expected. But after a few days, something shifts. Your brain starts releasing dopamine for effort. You begin to focus longer. Think clearer. Feel more in control. And that's when momentum begins. There's also something deeper happening here. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you're strengthening the part of your brain responsible for control and weakening the part driven by impulse. You're literally upgrading your operating system. Over time, discipline stops feeling like a battle and starts feeling like your default. And that's the identity shift. You stop asking how to stay consistent and start becoming someone who just is. Someone who finishes what they start. Someone who chooses growth over comfort. Someone who is in control. That's real freedom. Because right now, if you're honest, you're not fully in control. Your phone decides when you feel bored. Algorithms decide what you think about. Apps decide how you spend your time. That's not freedom. That's influence. True control is having a brain that works for you, not against you. Take back control. Don't just watch this and move on. That's the old version of you. Instead, ask yourself one question. What's the biggest thing controlling your attention right now? Identify it and remove it for the next 7 days. Not forever, just 7 days. Watch what happens. Watch your focus return. Watch your mind clear. Watch your discipline come back. Because once you feel that shift, you'll realize something. You were never broken. You were trained to lose control. And now, you can take it back. If you want to deep watch this, check out How to Change Your Life Tomorrow. Because now you understand someone was controlling you.